Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my September update for Pan and Every Palette. I am running so late. Oh my gosh. It is going to be the 10th before I get this up, I'm sure. It is like 10:30 on Friday night the 9th and I seriously doubt I'm going to get it up before midnight. So this might be a new record in procrastination. But anyways, this is going to be my update for Baby Pan That Palette and Pan That Palette. My Baby Pan That Palette is a project I do with a palette that has 5 pans or less. And the goal is to work on it until it is gone. Once I finish it, I pick something new and roll it in. It is ongoing indefinitely because I have a lot of palettes with 5 pans or less, like way more than the average person, it seems. It seems like most people tend to try those things out and declutter them, but I don't do that. So I have a lot of palettes with 3 pans, 2 pans, 3 pans, 4 pans, and 5 pans. I have a lot. So anyways, I am currently working on this little Smashbox Duo. This is a sample of the Full Exposure palette. I received this in an Ipsy bag years ago, and I've been working on this for like 2 years already. It's going very slow. Obviously, I'm not very consistent with this, but I did challenge myself during the month of August to use this duo every single time that I wore makeup. And although I did have a lot of no makeup days, for me, I think I had like 5 or 6 during the month of August, I did meet my challenge of using this duo every single time that I wore makeup, and it was a challenge because, as many of you know, I was gifted the Pat McGrath latest Mothership palette at the beginning of August. If you ever wonder if the devil is out here causing mischief, I am living proof that the devil is causing mischief and trying to see what he can get himself into, because that Mothership palette arrived on like August 5th. And I was like, oh dear Lord, not gonna make it. And I did. I somehow ignored that palette for the rest of the month and I didn't touch it and I kept using this duo. So I don't know how I got through this challenge, but I did. Thank you so much to Morgan from Lippy Lover Pans. I think that's her Instagram account. She did this challenge with me. She has a trio that she's using for her Baby Pan That palette, and she did this challenge with me. Thank you so much, Morgan, for joining me along for the ride. It was worth it. And honestly, I loved using this duo. I loved it so much. So let me show you a picture of what this duo looked like last month right now. And this is what it looks like today. Oh boy, what were you expecting? I was expecting more, to be honest. Can you see this at all? I don't know. I definitely can clearly see that I expanded the pan a bit on the matte shade down here. I was secretly hoping to hit pan on this top shade, and that didn't happen. I can see that there's more of a dip, like right here is where my finger tended to reach for product. And so I got a bit of a dip going, but no pan on the shimmery shade yet. And I only expanded pan on the matte shade after like using it 24 days in a row, basically. So I know a lot of you guys were super excited to see my progress. I hope this isn't disappointing, but this is realistically all I could do after using this palette exclusively for 1 month straight. But yeah, it was kind of hard to put this down at the end of the month. I really had gotten into a good routine and I was having a lot of fun playing with colorful lipstick options, because when I have a very neutral bronzy eye look like this, I love to play around with pops of color on my lips. And yeah, so I didn't mind this at all. I really, really enjoyed using this palette every single day. I was very aware that I was ignoring everything else, and that was probably the only thing that bothered me, was just all the other makeup staring at me going, hey, you're supposed to be working on me. but it was so worth it to give this my attention for a month straight, and I really enjoyed it, and I would love to do it again soon. I don't know when, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. Oh, what's wrong with light? iPhone 14 is coming out soon, man. I cannot wait. All right, I did tend to pair that eyeshadow duo with this eyeshadow stick quite a bit, and I got a lot of use out of this. This is a Too Faced eyeshadow stick in the shade Mink, and this is in my 6 by Santa, so I got a lot of use out of this as well. It made for a very lovely eye base. All right, let's move on to my Pan That palette. I decided to join the Pantastic Ladies once again this year with their themed Pan That palette. This year it happens to be Size Matters, which is a theme that was created by Jessica Lee, and you could open that to whatever interpretation you want, but I went with the largest palette I own. Well, the palette with the most amount of pans that I own. I went with my e.l.f. 100 pan palette, and I have been enjoying it very much this year. So time to throw up a picture of what this looked like last month. And this is what it looks like this month. Obviously, there have not been a lot of changes. In this palette, there were only 3 shades that I reached for during the month of August because I was focused on my Baby Pan That palette. And those shades were this matte cream shade that I've been using to set my eyeshadow primer. When I am using a shade like this as an eyeshadow base, when I reach for a stick like this as an eyeshadow base, I don't really feel like I need a cream powder to set my primer. So I didn't use this that much, but sometimes, and when I did use it, I tended to only like use it right here where I have the most creasing on my eyelids. So I didn't use a ton, but I think I expanded the pan on this shade right here. The second shade I used over the month is this shade right here, which happens to be the eyeshadow powder I put in my brows every single day. So I kept on using this one every day throughout the month. I'm wearing it today in my brows, and I definitely expanded the pan. I have no doubt about that. And I hit top pan or side pan at the top up here. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel for that shadow. I don't know if I can finish it in the next month or not, but I think I'm gonna get really close. And it might be getting to that time where I start just wearing brown eyeshadow everywhere. Like when I start seeing that much pan showing, I know it's time to not just put this in my eyebrows, but to do a brown eyeshadow look and every day. So I'm feeling very motivated. Hopefully I could finish this off by next month. And then the third shadow I used over the past month is the shade that I ended up deciding to make my new brow bone highlight. At last month's update, I had just finished the shade down here, which I was using as my brow bone highlight, and I needed to pick a new shade, and the shade that I decided to go with is this one up here, the second shade. It's just a shimmery kind of goldeny white shade, and I've been using it as my brow bone highlight every single day. I kind of enjoy it. I'm trying actually to not hit pan in the middle. I'm trying to kind of wear the product down evenly for a change, just to keep it interesting for no other reason. And so I don't really have much of a dip going, but I am starting to wear the pan down evenly across. And I don't know why I'm doing that. I just thought it would be interesting. Since the challenge ended with the Baby Pan That palette on September 1st, I have been back to using this palette over the last couple days, and I've been reaching for this shade and these pinky shades. I am panning a purple eyeshadow that's in my Graveyard Project pan for the next couple of weeks, And so that's what you see on my eyelid. This is a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow on my eyelid, but I used these pinks and this shade right here in my crease to kind of blend it out, and on my lower lash line. I think it's definitely possible to hit pan on this one over the next month, and I think I'm gonna try for that. I don't know where else my heart will lead me over the next month. I am just really excited to get back to using this palette again. And I guess if I had to set a goal, it would be to finish off this brown eyeshadow and to hit pan in this shade over the next month. If I could do that, I think I would be really happy. You know, obviously we're getting into fall time, and the fall looks are gonna start being where, you know, we're leaning towards. But I'm loving this purple eye look today, and I need to use this, I need to get a lot of uses in over the next month with this purple eyeshadow. So I might still be working on these pinks for a while, we'll see. But when I get tired of the pinks, I'm probably gonna go to some of these shades right here. Maybe I could expand the pan on these two. I don't know, but I'm very excited. I need to expand the pan on this guy. There's so many different directions I can go with this palette. But yeah, over the next month, if I can finish this one off and hit pan on that one, I think I would be really pleased with myself. Oh, and up here, I dug my nail in there. I did end up using the product that I dug out with my nail, but that was an oopsie doopsie. Oh well. So no new pans, no new finished eyeshadows for this month, but I still feel like I was able to get a lot of use out of the 3 shadows I did work on. So my current pan count is still 4 shades completely finished and 11 eyeshadows with pan showing. So the year is flying by. But yeah, I think that's everything I have for you guys today. I guess my biggest concern right now is that I'm filming this so late that we are already 1/3 of the way into September. And so I'm not gonna have a lot of time this month to make a lot of progress until it's time for the next update, assuming I get back on track with my updates and get back to posting towards the beginning of the month again. So I'm not gonna have a lot of time this month to make any real progress, but I'm gonna try my best, and I'm gonna try my best to get back on track with posting because I'm falling way behind. But anyways, that is everything for this update, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.